Hi there, this is Sheena Rowlands and today I'm sharing with you my latest Just Nick cut file layout. For this layout I've actually used the Heart Background 5 and cut it in white cardstock. So I had an idea from the start what I wanted to do, and these are the two main papers that I wanted to use, but we'll come back to those in a moment. So I've cut the cut file with my silhouette, and rather than lift the cut file off the mat, I'm actually going to ink it while it's in situ. This is something I've done before. I've also used paint like this before. Now I know it looks a little random and a bit messy. Hopefully you'll like it when it comes off the mat, but just bear in mind that obviously there's quite a lot of wasted cardstock here, so it doesn't look like this when I've finished. So basically I'm coming in with my finger daubers and various distress inks. These are oxide inks and I'm just using different shades of green. I'm after getting like a variegated feel. Now I know this cut file says Heart Background 5, but when I looked at it I saw leaves. So that's kind of the look that I'm going for. They're going to be, in my eyes, they're going to be leaves, these background. So I'm going to be using an outdoor photograph to go with this. So I'm just finishing off with the inks. I'm just filling all the spaces, making sure all the cut file has ink on it. Then I'm going to give it a bit of a spritz with water, take off any little bits of ink, giving it a more mottled look. And there it is, off the mat. Doesn't that look different? Very subtle, various different shades of green, and that's the outdoor photograph that I've decided to use with it. So I'm going to be using Vicky Boutin's supplies today. This background paper is from the colour kaleidoscope range, and it's pop dots. I think that's the image on the back, and I'm using the B side. The flowery paper I've taken off camera and I've cut the flowers out. That came out of a 12 by 12 pad, so I can't be sure what the name of the paper was. So I'm just sticking down the cut file. I'm going to put just a few dots of glue on the back. I don't want it to be completely flat. I just want it to have a little bit of lift around the edges, and I'm putting that straight onto my cardstock. So I'm just trying to figure out where placement for my photograph. I think I'm going to go vertical with my embellishments, just to go with they're literally like vines. That's how I see this cut file now that it's green, and I hope you can see that too. Also shows how versatile cut files can be. Just because a certain thing has a name, it always looks different to different people. It can be used in different ways. Yeah, definitely have a good look in the Just Nick store. There's some really lovely cut files, and also there's new ones being added all the time to the store. So well worth a look, definitely. So I'm just taking the flowers that I'd fussy cut off camera, and I'm just placing them in a vertical column either side of the photograph. I'm trying to go with yellows and oranges, really, just to go with the chrysanthemums that are actually, or are dahlias actually, in the photograph. They're tight balls of colour, and that's the colour scheme that I wanted to go with. So the flowers that have got pink centres, the pink centres will get covered up, just so that they don't stand out too much with the colour scheme that I've picked. So I'm just enjoying tucking things around the photograph at the moment. As the background is busy, I'm happy to use the bold shapes and colours, but obviously I'm restricting it to literally half the layout there. Just tucking that little file folder. I'm going to try and find the date of this photograph and write that on there. I'm just having a look, making sure those leaves aren't completely stuck down. So I've got some of these little vellum butterflies. Do you remember those in one of the Vicky Boutin ranges? I'm a huge fan of her papers, but when a collection is older, I tend to keep them all together in a couple of file boxes. So actually they all get mixed in together, which is great because the majority of it, regardless of the collection, goes really well. So I've just had a pick through again on, you'll see a pile on the left there, other bits and pieces I think that might go well with this layout. And I've got a little ticket there where I'm going to rest my title. The title word Explore is made by a little embellishment company that I run myself called Shenanigans. I'll leave a link to that in the words below. It's 3D printed and available in the store. So that's picking up the black of the centres of the flowers. I thought the black title stood out against the background. And I've just found some stickers that are more flowers, so I'm going to use some of those just to cover the centres of some of the others. And the one below the photograph, I will eventually cut those bright green leaves off. I decided there's enough green in the background without adding any around these flowers. So this photograph was taken at a National Trust property further south, and they had the most amazing gardens, and it was just one of those just little moments that happen that I think my husband took this. He asked me to turn around while I was enjoying this garden, and that's where this photograph came from. We do like to get out and about when the weather's nice, so I'm hoping there'll be more opportunities to do that this year. So while I'm thinking about it, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you could subscribe to my channel. As I mentioned earlier, I would really recommend the cut files from the Just Nick studio store, and I'm coming to the end really of this, putting this layout together. I always have a fear that I might be missing something, so I'm just going to have a look through a few stickers in the same sort of colourway, see if there's one that I like, and I do pick one in it which says, "So many wonderful things surround you." I think that's absolutely perfect in this garden. So I stuck it down off camera. You don't need to see me doing a bit of gluing. And here's the final image and some close-ups too. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you here soon. Bye for now.